What is going on, guys? This is Max Expert Gaming and welcome to another War Thunder video, and this time we will take a look at the T-34E, the essentially more and better armored version of the T-34. I mean, it has armor platings on it, so yeah. We will go over this in a second. First off, I want to say the package was on a sale actually. I don't know, it might still be on a sale for 25 euro. And it was actually a decent deal. You get 2000 golden eagles and 30 days of premium plus the premium tank. So you essentially get almost the premium tank for free. Or at least really cheap. So it wasn't all that bad, to be honest. So you might want to check that out and give it a look in the store. In the Gaijin store. Gaijin store! And yeah, we will take a look now at the tank. First at the stat sheet, then we go over the gun, then the armor, then X-ray vision, X-ray vision, and then we go into a battle with that tank, and hopefully I won't die directly. You have a battle rating of 3.7. You get a reward of essentially 160% and a research bonus of 160%. You have a mass of 29.5 tons, 450 horsepower, and 49 kilometers an hour. So it's not all that bad. You have a gun depression of 5 degree downwards, but I mean, it's a Russian tank, so we don't expect anything less than that. And you have a reload time of 7.1 seconds, so every 7.1 seconds you can fire one shot. Now we take a look at the gun, at the stat sheet of the gun and at the different ammunition, obviously. You have the 76mm F-34 cannon, which can be found on some T-34s. I don't know exactly which one. Wait, let me have a look. I'm unprepared, I know, I'm sorry. 76, yeah, here on the 1941 version and on the 1942 version. So yeah, you have these guns there. And there's the gun is actually pretty decent. Wrong stat sheet. Modifications, Max, modifications. So ammunition, I won't go over the standard ammunition which you start off with, and because it's kind of useless because you have everything unlocked anyway, so you can just go with the ammunition that is better anyway. You get the BR-350 SB, which is armor-piercing ballistic cap shell, which is not all too bad. It has on 10 meters 92 millimeters of penetration, on 100 meters 88 millimeters of penetration, and on 500 meters 77 millimeters of penetration. Yeah, it's not all too bad. I think you meet tigers. No, you don't meet tigers at that battle rating, so you're all good. But KV1s, the early KV1s with the KV1 L11, so yeah, you will struggle a little, but if you find the weak spots, it will be relatively easy. Tank anatomy, remember in yesterday's video? Tank anatomy, really important to know. Weak spots. We will take a look at the KV1's weak spots, so you know kind of where to shoot it. I mean, we're playing arcade battles, so yeah. Then you also get the BR-350B, which is an AP-HE ballistic cap shell. It has less penetration because this is more of an armor-piercing shell, and I mean, like more like an APCR round. You can see it. But you get with the HE filler, and the HE filler does obviously more internal damage. So I will always try to go for the HE filler ammunition if I can find a weak spot. If there's no weak spot I can shoot through, either I will try to flank the enemy or I will try to shoot him with the, I will call it the APCR ammunition. I know it's wrong, but you get what I mean. So we can differentiate these two ammunition types. On 10 meters you get 90 millimeters of penetration, on 100 meters 87 millimeters of penetration, and on 500 meters 79 millimeters of penetration. So if you compare this to the armor piercing ballistic cap shell, the BR-350 SP, you actually have on 500 meters 2 millimeters more of penetration. So, but this comes back on 100 meters you get 1 millimeter more with this one, and on 10 meters you get 2 millimeters more with this one. So yeah, but overall I would still try to use the BR-350B with the AP-HE-BC, which essentially means armor piercing high explosive with ballistic cap shell. So we will use this most of the time. I will keep some rounds of that, maybe 5 or 6 if I have to, but mostly I will take the BR350B because it's just more effective. So, without further ado, let's go and take a look at the armor. You have armor plating, and I can't tell you exactly how much armor you have on the side. Okay, so we will take a look now at the frontal armor. The frontal armor is not plated, so you get 45 millimeters of thickness there. On the machine gun port you have 65 millimeters of thickness and 75 millimeters of thickness on the driver's hatch. And you have additional tracks with 80 millimeters on the front. So it's not all that much, 45 millimeters, but since it's sloped at 60 degree, you can see it's really harshly sloped. You get more than 80 depending how the enemy is facing you. If you angle your tank slightly, you will get more than 80 millimeters, and on 500 meters for a lot of tanks this can be a problem. But you will meet Panzerkampfwagen Ausführung, Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung G, which will be a problem for you. As an example, or F2s can be a problem for you because they have a really punchy gun, and that punchy gun can go through the frontal armor if you don't watch out how you position yourself. So yeah, essentially you wanna watch, definitely. Side armor, I would try to mouse over the side armor. Side armor 40 millimeters plus 16 millimeters. It's 56 millimeters of side armor. That's not too bad, and you can see that plated side armor is a bit has a little distance to the normal side armor, so you can maybe expect the HE filler go off before it goes into your tank. So yeah, it's a good part. It's a good protection against some not so punchy tanks like the Panzer IIIL, or for example, which will have problems penetrating you on the side even on different distances. It depends really on the distance. If you're close up, he won't have a problem, but if you're far further away, I think at least up to 500 meters it must be, then you will not run into trouble getting hit from the side, if I'm not talking bullshit. At least I had this experience that I got hit from the side by a Panzer IIIL on more than 500 meters and he just couldn't penetrate me there because the armor plating was protecting me. On the backside you have 40 millimeters, also sloped at 48 degrees, so you get essentially 54 millimeters. That's not too bad. Then you have that turret of yours, which has 45 millimeters anyway and gets an extra 16 millimeters. So you have more than enough protection on that, and it's also sloped at a 31 degree angle, so that 60 millimeters of protection can get even more effective. The gun mantlet itself is not protected by any plating, so this is open. Kinda the weak spot of the tank, at least in my opinion. The frontal plate is not so much of a weak spot as the gun mantlet, because through the gun mantlet they can shoot you through here, for example on the lower side, or they can shoot you here on the back side through the gun mantlet. So these are kinda the weak spots. When I'm reloading, I try to wiggle that turret a bit or show the side armor, so they try to bounce off on my armor plating. Lower plate, not to forget, 45 millimeters of thickness, but harshly angled. If you stand in front of somebody, has more than 100, can get more than 100 millimeters. And then you have the lower hole with 45 millimeters, where the tracks are located, but also protected by 10 millimeters of armor plating. So yeah, you get extra armor plating everywhere except the front, the gun mantlet, and the back side, and obviously the top side of the tank, which has 20 millimeters of thickness. And obviously the lower side of that tank doesn't have any extra armor plating as far as I know. At least you can't mouse over it. You see, I'm trying, but it doesn't work. So yeah, inside of the tank, it's for me, the Russian tanks, the T-34 line is always a running fuel tank, a driving fuel tank. You have tons of fuel tanks in here. You can see it 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You have 8 fuel tanks in here. So yeah, and they're covering the whole side. So you wanna watch out where you get hit from and how you get hit, because getting hit in a fuel tank by an APC-BC shell will ignite your fuel tank for sure, and you might even explode, because directly behind that fuel tank are ammunition packs. I just saw that now. Holy shit! Do you see that here? They were living a dangerous life, man. They were living a dangerous life. Yeah, there's 2 ammunition packs right here on that side behind the fuel tank, and there is 2 right behind that fuel tank here. So yeah, the rest of the ammunition is located on the lower side. You should know that T-34s have a lot of ammunition on the lower side. There's none in the turret, but I will take less rounds anyway, and we will check out in the match how it will look without ammunition, with less ammunition. Driver here, machine gunner to your left, then loader to the left and gunner to the right. A 4-man crew, easy to operate tank, so 3 die, tank not operational anymore. So you might die fast if you don't watch yourself. Engine and transmission on the backside. And radiators, obviously. I mean, the engine gotta get cooled, right? So the radiators left and right, engine in the middle, transmission on the back. Which I like because this removes, like on the German tanks, the transmission damage you can get from the lower plate on all of the German tanks across the board. So yeah, this helps us a lot. Cannon breech, vertical turret, horizontal turret drive. Then you have the little crankshaft here for the vertical turret drive. And the optics, obviously. I'm not gonna go over all the optics now in that tank because they're, in my opinion, not that important. They are mapped, they are modeled. This means you can shoot through them, but to get a shell, for example, through that machine gunner's optic is like impossible. No, actually the machine gun port is a weak spot, so they just modeled it as an optic. But yeah, you get what I mean. It's not that easy to get a shot through if you angle yourself right and you maneuver at times. Don't be stationary completely all the time, unless you find a good spot to hold down and harass the enemies to shit. To put it that way. Without further ado now, I will finally find a match and stop talking. And if you know all that stuff, you should have skipped ahead already. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that in the start of the video. Damn it, Max. Future Max has to deal with that shit again. He will have to put annotations in the video. Okay, we'll find a match now and I'll be back in a second. So we found a match on Eastern Europe. And the T-26 doesn't know what he's doing. What is the T-20? Did we got weird matchmaking? I think we got weird matchmaking. Okay, weird matchmaking is good for us and good for recording. And what I'm doing now, Eastern Europe, you guys know from the tactical decisions video, take your flanks. Don't be afraid to drive over a flank side. The ground deformation just looks so good, man. Spin tires all over again. Spin tanks, maybe. No, we will try to get around our enemies. Because the trick of getting around your enemies is that you will be able to... Oh, there's a, I think... Oh, we got a head. No, I had a head. I had a head to turn me as a kiosk. So we're gonna push over here. The secret of flanking your enemies on Eastern Europe is to take actually the outer flank. Because a lot of people don't think about that. People don't use the outer flank on that map. And this makes me really sad, because the outer flank means that you actually be able to get side shots into your enemies. And you could see, just this glimpse I saw over to C, there was a little Panzer III rushing. And you see on the minimap, nobody's taking the outer flank here. And leaving the outer flank open can cause you some serious trouble. Because the outer flank is one of the key points of that map. Even if domination or conquest or whatever mode you're in is the capture point on the other side. You still wanna take the flanks, because the flanks are the points where you can actually win the match. And you see there's a T-34 over there. I'll take a shot at him. But I'm not going to stay and take more shots at him, because I wanna keep moving and advancing. There's a T-50 over there. Holy shit, what is the T-50 doing here? Oh, there's a Panzer III. A Stuck there. Gonna shoot that Stuck in the engine so he can't move anymore. That Stuck is pretty much done. That T-34 can take out that Stuck now if he wants to. Or I will do that. Shoot him on the backside of the turret. And you see there's that T-50 over to the left. And I think I'm pretty much alone here. There's nobody else here on that flank. So what we will do is advance now. But we still gotta watch out. I remember that T-34 over there. You can still see him. We're gonna try to penetrate him, but you see it's not that easy. We're gonna watch out. I'm actually with the wrong ammunition type, and he's just not moving. Why is he not moving? We're gonna call artillery on him. He's just not moving. So we'll try to keep penetrating his front. Penetrated his front right where we had to. Gonna take another shot. I don't wanna have tunnel vision for too long, because I wanna be aware of my surroundings. We will try to take that shot now. Yeah, we took that shot right between the turret and the hole. This took him out pretty easy. And what I'm trying to do now is not to camp here. I want to advance. And because you can see there's lots of enemies. Oh shit. Tree. Owned by tree, man. I got owned by that tree here. And I think that T-34 over... Yeah, the T-34 made a mistake. He went over that bridge. And to go over that bridge means you're gonna die. And there's a M3 Lee. God, you meet M3 Lees with this tank? This is awesome, man. I didn't knew that. This is epic. Somebody's capping C. Nobody's giving a fuck. Everybody's passing. Nobody's looking at C. And you can see there's a Zis here. What the hell is the Zis doing here? And that Zis keeps driving. He still has engine power left. But this doesn't bother me. We can take out that Zis. We can take out crew members because we can see them. We'll take out his last crew member who's sitting there and looking at the sky. Headshot him. We could actually have just machine gunned the crew members on that one. This wouldn't have been a big of a deal. And we're gonna take a look over here and you can see them advancing. But I can't see them passing, so I can shoot them. So what we have to do now is to advance on the right side even further. I know it's dangerous and I know I'm risking a lot here by doing so. And you see that Panzer IV Ausführung F2 over to my right. Took another shot at him, missed completely. We'll back off now, but with our front face towards that F2. And I think he got taken out by the Marder 3H. And we're gonna... Oh, there's somebody driving over there. Blow him up. Don't know where I hit him. Apparently I hit him on the ammo rack or in a fuel tank that he blew up like that. And this is what I mean. You don't tunnel vision. Take a look around you from time to time. Because this is what happens if you don't do that. And we're winning this by far. We have somebody at the B cap circle already. I can't believe this actually. We have somebody at the B cap circle. And what I'm going to do now is to slow myself just a little down. To take a little sneak peek over here. And you can see there's that M24 there. M2 actually. It's an M2. Are you kidding? What is an M2 doing here? What is an M2 doing in this matchup? And I have to... Yeah, I could just hear that T-28 over there. Oh, here this machine gunner. He has a little punchy gun, but not that punchy. For me at least. I can take him out if I want to. And I can play with him a little. You see, he just damaged my suspension. Angle myself in front of him. Take out the rest of his crew. And keep advancing. We don't want to camp. We don't want to stop. Because stopping for too long means that you leave yourself open to flanking maneuvers. Flanking maneuvers are nasty. Especially when you are the one to get flanked. We will shoot that M13. There's an M2A4 down there. We're gonna try to get a shot off on him. Couldn't get a shot off on him. We'll wait for that M13 to move up and take out the rest of his crew, because he has only 3 crew members and 2 of them are sitting on the front. This means for us we could take him out pretty easy. And you see there's what are they doing? Are they having fun over there? We're gonna just shoot through the driver's hatch of that Panzer IV. There's a Zis over there. That Zis you gotta watch out for. They're little nasty bastards. They can actually penetrate that tank pretty easy. But I wanna take care of these tanks there, which are driving over here. Because the Zis is not focusing on me. And because we can take them out pretty easy, the enemies, we will try to get a double kill on that Zis, on his... We will shoot with machine guns on him. Because we can actually kill his crew members like that. So we took out that Zis completely. Zis is gone. No more Zis. And there was a T-28 down there. And I don't know if that T-20... I think that T-28 died. I'm gonna take another look around that corner here to see if anybody is still advancing. But I think that enemy team is pretty much done for. And what we're gonna do now is we will stand here for another couple seconds. And we'll need to advance because we got bombed. IL-2 got us. But I think this pretty much displays what you can do with the T-34E if you don't get rocketed or bombed or something like that. So yeah, we will meet back in the hangar for a summary just in a second, guys. So we ended that match and I wanted to show you the end screen. We got 11 kills with the T-34E, which is, I think, pretty decent. The matchmaking you get is not all too bad. I mean, what did we had as enemies? Like Panzer IIIs, Panzer IV, Ausführung F2, T-34s, but you're a T-34 yourself, and if you know how to shoot a T-34, an enemy one, you will pretty much easily kill it. The research bonus is not great now because I'm researching the IS-3, and yeah, you know, IS-3 needs lots of research points, so yeah, don't look at that. It's not that all that important to look at the research of the IS-3, which vehicle research I got here. You will get more if you research a lower tier tank. It's not for grinding high tier tanks, I can tell you that. If you want to have something for grinding high tier tanks, a premium tank, I would suggest to put a talisman on something which you like. But if you love just tanks and want to collect them, and especially that bad boy, I think it looks pretty nasty and pretty badass. It's the wrong one. Because just of the extra armor plating, it looks really cool, honestly, and it's totally worth that package, because the package is just a good bang for the buck. 2,000 golden eagles plus 30 days of premium plus the premium tank. Why not? It wasn't that bad for 25 euro. As always, guys, don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the T-34E. Leave a thumbs up, hammer that thumbs up button down below. It's much appreciated and helps us a lot. And if you're new here, don't forget to press that big old subscribe button in the end card. There will be an end card coming, or you can do it now down below. Beside my name, there is that red little subscribe button. As always, guys, this is Max Expert Gaming, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. So this is my outro, and here you can watch one of the previous videos. Or also subscribe to the channel. To the left or to the right, you can click one of the previous videos. Also on the top there is that big subscribe button. And guys, thank you for watching.